Welcome back, everybody. Today is Thursday, April 24th, and there are so many news announcements. I'm going to do it as fast as I can. This one's from the Neopets team. You can see here on Neopets Nation, though it's all over social media at this point. TNT Luna. Hello, everyone. We're aware that some news surrounding our team has been circulating on social media, and we know they might be confusing. We understand that changes, especially changes to our team, can be concerning and involve questions and uncertainty. To avoid further speculation, we want to clarify what we can about these recent changes. We are sad to confirm that we have parted ways with four team members earlier this week. These situations are never easy, but out of respect for the personal privacy of all involved, we cannot disclose any further information in the nature of these departures. We wish our former team members all the best, and we have immense gratitude and appreciation for their dedication and passion while with us. We've seen some concern about the status of our U.S. team members. We want to reassure you that Neopets continues to have a strong U.S. team presence, with the majority of our 80 plus TNT based across North America. 80 sounds like a lot. This has been immensely difficult for our team as we say goodbye to beloved colleagues and continue to foster continuous transparency and open dialogue with our players and communities. Thank you for your understanding and continued support. A lot of talk going on around this. I definitely can appreciate them trying to think about the people that got let go, because I've never been laid off myself, but I've seen many times where people have, and it is not a fun time. Definitely want to handle it with respect to the people that left, and that's where we are. Neopets is going to continue on. I don't know what majority of 80 plus TNT based across America actually means. Obviously, to have a majority, you just need to have 41 of them be there. But in the end, what they're really trying to say is, you know what, there's still people in North America. So if you're thinking it's one way, it might not be. We don't really know the real reason, and we don't need to know the real reason as why these people are gone, but they are in the end. So four of them gone. We shall see what actually happens from all of that. But moving on here, Tales of Dacardia. This again, yes. If you do not see what is on this page, just know on day 9 there's a strawberries and cream Eastern egg coming up. There you go. Yeah, this is a big one. You already had the pretty pink Eastern egg, and now you have the strawberries and cream Eastern egg. And if you can't see my screen over here, yes, yes, there it is. Look at that. 880,000 currently. It was actually 900,000 a little bit earlier, but now 880. This is one of those ones where on the calendar, I am on 50 pearling eggs. I don't know how they're on day 9 or somebody's getting day 9, but just remember what happened with this last one. Okay, this pretty pink Eastern egg. You remember that? There you go. This is the current price of it, 572,000. And that was my point when I made that video. I was like, there is a number that makes a lot of sense. And I saw people buying these for wild prices. Like it needs to go under a certain number or it's not going to be worth buying. Okay. Like you just do the math. And the math I'm talking about is this pretty pink Eastern egg worth 18 neg points at the neggery. Okay. If I go back over here, strawberries and cream worth 16 points. Okay, you get where I'm going with this? Hopefully that helps out. But just know that, these things have a certain price that it needs to drop to. Like people were buying this pretty pink Eastern egg when it was like 580, 570, and so you just got it for exactly what it's worth. Not really worth to do that, but hey, whatever. We'll see what happens with the strawberry and cream Eastern egg since it's less in neg points. Okay, just make sure and don't forget the login. Make sure you do it. It's going to be grand. Okay, now that's just the calendar part of it. There is this, the donation side of it. Do not forget to do this and make sure to go in a couple times a day just to make sure it holds. Because I told you the first day it didn't actually save half of what I did. And part of half of what I did was the donation event. It didn't count it for whatever reason. So I lost one day of the donation page. But you can see plushy paintbrush, fairy wing flowers, and the Festival Neg collectible charm. How much is this thing now? 1.5. It went up. 1.5 already. And then you have crazy. Freaking crazy. But then you have all these other prizes to pick from, which is pretty nice. Okay, now what? Virtually live avatar returns. There you go. You can get it from a random event. Wow, amazing. March Quest promotion prices going out. I have not gotten any yet, but they said they're sending out batches. Will be going out in batches between now and Friday, May 2nd. So you have some time to wait because people were wondering, when they were going to get this. And here you go. So the ones that they were giving was if you participate in one of these tasks, check your inbox. They'll be sent to you to email address on file with your Neopets account. You'll receive an individual email for each promotion task you completed, each with a single code to redeem. Email delivery time so far seem random. As a reminder, here were the tasks at hand. Have an active premium subscription. Purchase NeoCash directly. Pre-order Neopets Monopoly. I wonder if that's going to if some people have that change just because of potentially canceling. Connect your neopets.com account to Neopass for the first time. Download and play Fairy Fragments up to level 100. Yep. Yeah, that's oh boy. That was I think about Fairy Fragments and all the issues going on with that. So we shall see. Cougar Day Roundup. There's all that. Volunteer trophies. I didn't go over this. This was already shown. This morning, Neomels have been going out to a handful of users, awarding them a brand new Community Volunteer Award trophy. This trophy appears in the site feature trophies row below event trophies and above game trophies on the user lookup in between Defenders of Neopia and Lucky Space Fairy Charm. I think that's pretty awesome, right? So some people that went out of their way to help them out, especially those birthday bash parties. I mean, crazy that amount of work I had to deal with all the people and all that stuff. Just yeah, I couldn't do it. I don't think I could. That's just a lot of effort. I mean, just the planning of all that, making sure the site is all good. I think that is everything that I wanted to talk about news-wise. Lutari Talisman Beads, I didn't talk about this yesterday, but added to the quest log. Nobody knows if this is going to be changed because they just recently added it. If it's going to be changed with the coming new weekly. Sorry, I trailed off there because I was busy over here. If you're wondering, I'm doing many things at one time, and I just got this purple job, so I have to do this. Sorry. Okay, that's always nice to get a purple. And as you can see, the Fairy Employment Agency updated around the 0 minute mark. So that was nice. I did not expect the purple to be there. It's always awesome to see that. That's like restocking. I honestly I think that's part of the reason why I enjoy doing these fairy jobs, just because it's like restocking, but more profitable. More well, actually I wouldn't say more profitable, more consistent. How about that? Okay, so the quest beats. I got my weekly quest streak. I got a blue Renaka. It was one of them. Let me hit this. Here we go. I got a blue Renaka bead. I sold it for 8 million. I had that Springabee, and that thing was like 800,000. I'm like, well, let me just give it a shot and then just do it because I was one day away. And I just hit it, and got the bead and sold it for 8 million. I'm like, pretty sweet. I don't know. I will say this. I don't know how long the actually let me see this. I need to buy 3 items today. Okay. Now I'm gonna go for it. I had to buy 3 items. I was like, I need to sell it before it shows up more. And you can see what's happening here. People are selling them. It just depends on the bead, the color, and all that stuff. But it looks like they're going for 8, 9, 10 million. Just really do. Oh my God, look at this one down here. 20 million. I don't know about that, man. I don't know. I don't know if people are just gambling on this, like especially that this is 20 million. But actually, let me click into this thing. 20 million. That is crazy. That is actually crazy. Did I undersell? I don't care. I mean, 8 million, I'll take all day. All day, especially for a weekly. And we don't know if it gets, so this is where it lands. If this thing turns off come next week from the weekly, yeah, okay, that's gonna be up. But at the same time, do you really need to have these beads? When you go back over here to see what these beads actually do, beads, I have some because I went to the shop and I got discount inside of the shop. So I do have beads on my talisman at this point. So bead effects, red beads, shop discounts. Evidence suggests one bead equates to 2% discount, 4, 6, 8, 10 if you get all 5. Okay, and then green beads. When setting your score after a game, occasionally your talisman will randomly increase the Neo points you receive. I've definitely had that happen. Blue and yellow have unknown effects. Several effects have been speculated, but these are purely conjecture, unconfirmed by hard data. So I don't even want to go over that because we don't even really know for sure. But I do have them on. Can I actually see them? The answer is no, because you have to download Ruffle for that, and I don't have Ruffle because I need the JavaScript. It actually really sucks that I don't know. I don't know what happens, or I don't know or not JavaScript, Flash. I don't know what happens if you try to put a bead on top of, like, if I put that blue Renaka that I had. If I attempt and I already have it on my talisman, if I put it on there, will it reject it or will it just overlay it? And because I cannot actually see my talisman at this point, I just went and sold it. That was the other reason why I sold it. I would have equipped it had I known that it would be okay to equip, but I didn't want to gamble on an item that was like 8 million. Just did not really want to go through that. So that is everything. And you can see my current one. I am actually at a loss right now on my current quest log what I should do here. Because today is the 24th. I have enough time to re-roll, and you're here, Northern Watchtower stamp. And this is like guaranteed money. This is guaranteed Neo points right there. Look, not found. I think it's a little slightly over 1 million. You might as well throw it in your shop at 1 million, 999. There it is. 1.2, 1.1. Here's 1.1, ends in 30 minutes. Yeah, I mean, if I just wanted to suck quickly, just throw it in my shop for, a million and be done with it. 999. But the beads though, the beads might be worth re-rolling. But at the same time, I'm waiting for that deluge of beads because other people have the chance to re-roll. I just happen to have it be on my last day when I was able to re-roll. So not really sure, but 1 billion seems pretty nice without any sort of effort. I think they just gave me an easy one. So I don't think I'm gonna re-roll it, but I did that with their Spring of Bead too. I was like, okay, let me re-roll it. I just wanted to gamble. I got it on I think it said that on my third, which is pretty nice. Okay. Man, so much going on. It is crazy everything that's happening here on Neopets. It almost seems like it is a disaster with the monopoly and everything like that, but they'll get through it. I have faith that they'll get through all of this. It's just it seems pretty hectic at this point. I mean, I don't think anybody's gonna be like, this is a-okay what's happening here. Why is none of this actually working? Okay. I'm clicking. I'm clicking very frantically on this page. I feel like my refresh button's not even working. Dude, nothing's working. Yeah, like I'm hitting refresh. It's not working either. Let me just type. Okay, my keyboard works. And I hit refresh just now. Something about the wheels just didn't work right there. Man, oh man. It's been a crazy week for me. I went to the dentist. I didn't I don't want to say I didn't get good news at the dentist, but I didn't get good news. And it's not a cavity or anything, but I need to change my life. That's what I need to do. That's where I'm going with that sadness. I have not had a lot of time because basically, I've told you this before. I went to my I've been with my hygienist for over 12 years. Like we are close, we talk, everything like that. So I go with her. She's a friend, and because of that, I stayed at my sister's. This is why I haven't had done videos all that much lately and getting on late. Go to my sister's in the morning, go to my appointment, then go back to work at my sister's. That way, since I'm a salary, I don't have to take a day off or nothing. I just go back to work. And that was the easiest way because my sister's place is only 1 minute, literally 1 minute away from this dental office that I newly have gone to because of that. But I had to go there 2 days. 2 days. So it's a little sad, but it's okay. It's all done. It's all done. There's other problems in the world, and that's very little I just had to change my life. As they change my life, very little on my side, except for changing my entire life. But it's okay. It's nothing horrible. Like it's not like I'm getting teeth ripped out or anything. It's more just like they looked at this place. I think I told you that they look at your bacteria in your mouth. Like they rip out whatever they need and then put it under a microscope, show you on the screen like what's happening in your mouth. And they just see some unhealthy bacteria in there, and that's what I mean by change my life. And I'm like, oh God, I really need to do it. Because at one point in my life, I would really love to retire. That would be very nice. And I can't retire if, I am not here anymore because of said stuff in my mouth. So, which is fixable, is what they said. It's just, change my life a little bit. Skipped yesterday. What is this? Crossed out. Skipped yesterday. Yep. So I haven't even been able to do food club just because I haven't been able to get on. And I totally missed Fairy Employment Agency just now. 3 positive, 5 safeties, boosting Lagoon. Okay, fully intended to play that pattern until I started placing my bets and saw that Fran opened as a 13-1 with a positive FA, and it spooked me. Instead, I dropped the base bet in favor of also covering Fran. No, it's not something I typically do. It just seemed right this time. Okay, doggo. Hey, doggo. Kitchen obstacle. Oh, yeah, I love that when you have an animal, like cats, of course, and then your way, you have to like walk over them or around them, and they don't want to move. My cat did not want to move yesterday. I had to basically go around her. She just like on the stairway. She was like, I am not moving. And I had to like step over her, which meant going down 2 steps instead of one. Going up the stairways when it's 2 steps is not a bad thing. It's not horrible. But going down the stairs 2 steps, just a little bit more scary. It's that elevation drop. Not very fun. Let's see. Red Frost Cannon. That seems like a good one to do. Oh, look at my talisman just working. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna prove to you that we are worth it. And I'm like, I know you're worth it. I know, I know. Some of these, obviously, the beads aren't worth it. Yeah, I hope everybody knows that. Like at the current prices, like millions of Neo points for one bead to get 2% off this, or they get the game to give you extra Neo points. Not worth it. I don't know how long it actually will take to actually make that money back, but if you don't do any of those, like restock, if you don't play a lot of games, it's not worth it at all. I mean, that should hopefully make a lot of sense to most people. That those beads have a long way to drop, and I wouldn't personally buy it myself. I can't even see my talisman anymore without Ruffle. I know there's an option too. I can go and download Ruffle. Just not going to do it. I don't like having extra extensions on my browser because I don't want anything happening to my stuff. Not to say Ruffle is going to do anything like that, but I don't believe in the code that is out there in the world is all benevolent. There is a bunch of malicious code out there that would love to just somehow get into your information. And for that very reason, I'm not downloading it. So I have no idea. So if anybody knows about that talisman, if it overlays the beads, that would be very helpful to me, because then I can just buy it and just overlay it. If not, then just resell the thing. That'd be nice. I don't know if it actually works out that way. That'd be cool. Oh, no. Look at that. 25, 25, 15, 15, and a 10, and a blank, of course. That feels like real life. If you've ever played Scratch Cards. I totally missed the fair. Man, I am really bad at this. Fairy Employment Agency. At least I got that purple. You know what? I got the purple. It's all good. I'll take it. That was like 97,000 Neo points that I made from that. Crazy. Freaking crazy. I mean, minus the job coupon, minus the items themselves, whatever. It's huge. 90,000 profit. Good day. Yes. Yes. I'm waiting for my fairy paintbrush. I mean, plushy paintbrush from Dacardia. Has not shown up just yet. May take it just a little bit of time, but I want to make sure it doesn't get stolen. That'd be pretty awful. Or yeah. I cannot wait to see that Easter egg pop up. I'm like, oh, we're doing this again. We'll see. So that should mean that there's a bunch of Easter eggs coming up, which stinks because I know people paid millions for that. I did back in the day. My gallery had all of those Easter eggs in it back then. Very, very expensive. This would be dried orange peel. Watery eyes. Watery eyes. Watery eyes. Yes, 455 Neo points. Feel like you should get a little bit more for that. I like when they give the little prizes with it. Oh, yesterday, because of this Trudy not being you're not getting notifications anymore for Trudy. So I was on the 100,000 spin. Yes, that was crazy. And I had my streak saver. But for the people that don't have it, I mean, that would really suck if you like completely forgot about it because now it's not in the notifications. But I put it in my dailies, as you see now. So it opens for me because I didn't want to have that happen again. Your pet is too sick to fight. What happened to you? Cure. Oh my god, look at that. All your Neopets have their health completely restored. Do you ever do that where you're like, please work, and it actually worked? That's pretty crazy. Don't forget, if anybody is out there, that the end of the month is coming, and potentially, right? Do you remember? Remember that business card? Okay, don't forget. Don't forget. Make sure to check. I'm not gonna bring it up here because I don't actually. You know what? Barely ledge, but barely leg, barely leg. There we go. 14,000 Neo points is where it currently sits. You have been warned. I don't know what's going to happen. No one's gonna know. But oh, by the way, yes, if you ever think about investing in sort of items on Neopets, I know I wrote it in my comments, but you need to just keep it small. That is actually real life, right? If you want to gamble in real life, right, you don't gamble the farm. You don't do that, and people have definitely done that. And I could say that very, very specifically because I see it on Neopets, right? When you have somebody doing Nerc mids, scratch cards, you kind of can't since they limited to you, treasure maps, things like that. People go all in and they lose it and then they screw their account up. But the nice part is you can have fun gambling. You just have to do it responsibly. You just have to keep it small. If you go over like 10% of your account, I think you have just horribly messed up, especially if you don't get anything good. It might work out. You may get something good, but most of the time, that's why they call it gambling. You are going to lose your butt. Statistically, you are going to lose. Right? If you're always going to win, then that's that's not gambling. Right? There's no part of that in gambling. Gambling is where to me is high risk, high reward kind of deal. If it's like gentle amount. Oh, what is gentle? The equivalent of gentle video poker. Hey, it's still gambling. I'm telling you right up, it's still gambling, video poker, but you have the highest odds, one of the highest odds in the casino. Okay, so that to me is not gambling because you have to use your mind power. Like as long as you know how to play perfectly, in the end you have the best chances of winning money. But you play something like slot machines, that is straight gambling. That is what scratch cards is. That is what it is. So same idea with this. Where I'm going with all this is this. This right here, this barely legible business card, you don't know if that thing is going to go up or down. Would you rather have some than not? Yeah, I think so. I think it's better to have like two, three, four, five, something like that. Something that's not going to destroy your account. Because if it goes up, great, you made some money. If it doesn't, then you know what? You just have that in your box and a little reminder of that time you spent some money. But you can easily recover from that, right? Just like the treaties, get that 100 grand, you're done. You're back to normal. It's not even like it happens. You just forget about it and move on with your life. But that's how you should do it. You shouldn't buy, you shouldn't take, 50 million of your 50 million Neo points and buy that. For one, that'd just be really boring. The attempt to like buy 50 million worth of that item. Like, you know how long that is to actually do that? That is not where I want to be in my life at all, ever. Okay, just, I wouldn't do it at all. Makes me wonder if they're ever going to do something with Nerkmans to get it back up in price. Because I think at this point, there's probably people complaining about it that it's down there so low. And that is a perk of premium membership. The item being that a little bit more expensive, but now just like basically drastically going down. Because I know they tweaked the numbers. on it. So one day they may come out to me in my head. They may come out and be like, you know what, we're giving out too many Nerc mids. We're gonna tone that down a little bit, and maybe, and then the price should go adjust a little bit higher. And what does that mean? Should you buy it? I don't know. Again, going back to my conversation, maybe if you want to buy some, feel free. But if you're playing the Battledome and these are just dropping like candy, like you see what's happening in front of me, I cannot tell you how many Nerkmans I got at this point. It's pretty insane. Like just the amount of Nerkmans that have been falling out here out of my fungus friend is quite many. It actually is a lot. Oh my god. It doesn't even seem right. It just seems like an unending waterfall of Nerkmids today. Like I took him and shook him upside down, and like all his pockets were loaded with Nerkmids. Okay, it's over. It's over now. Let's see what has popped out of him. Look at all those Nerkmids. Yeah, this is crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 Nerkmids. Huh. Yeah, that's a lot. Dude, that's a lot. Can't even say it's not. That's crazy. Man, whoever adjusted that, they went nuts. They're like, let me just create. Or they, I always imagine someone turning a dial. He was like, let me just turn. You want Nerf mids? Fine, I'll give you Nerf mids. I'll give you all the Nerf mids you want. People, stop complaining. Come back to me. Then you're gonna come and complain to me about how there's too many Nerf mids. And yeah, there we go. We're at that point now. Too many Nerf mids. I don't think there is too many Nerf mids, honestly. What do I do? I gotta customize. I'm back over here. Let's get ready. Preparation is always your friend. Oh, I'm so tired. I don't want to work today, but alas, we all have to work. My neck hurts like crazy. Too. I've been neck pain. I had to work on my posture. Oh, this new place. This new dental place. It is crazy. So I went in there and she told me about this, that they have a comfort menu. Not even a joke. You walk in there and you go, I'm here, and then they slide over this little paper. Man, it is lagging. Oh, already taken. Freaking lag. Okay, anyways. They hand you a comfort menu, and on this menu is you could get pillows, you could get lip balms, you could get smelling scents, you could get a blanket, like a warmed blanket too. It's actually crazy everything that they have. So, and it doesn't cost anything extra. I think that's where most people are like, does it cost more to go there or something? Because with all that stuff, you would think it just seem pretty crazy, but it's not. It's actually pretty nice there. So, and then I got to look at my bacteria, which now is causing me life changes. But at the same time, I say that, and it's better to know than not know, because we're all getting older. Actually, go back to that. I want to take these hatchling dudes off. There you go. I like that. I like that customization. Okay, then give me my stuff. Give me my stuff. Okay, what do you think? The reroll or not reroll? That is the question. I don't know. It's hard to stare 1 million in your face and then try to reroll for something way, way higher. Isn't it? Just right there. It's right here in front of me. But the bead price is absolutely insane. I don't know what's happening down here with this 20 million one. Actually, I think the thought was, then I think about it, some of these beads are harder to get. Like, was it the Aranu that was? Maybe that's why people are paying 20 million. But honestly, I don't think that's the case. See, so back then, I think there was like one type of bead that was really hard to get, and maybe that's why it's sitting here at 20 million. But with a weekly quest log, that should undo all that. The quest log's not going to care if one is harder to get than the other, and that's all anecdotal. I think that's just what I remember. That one bead was just really hard to get. But in the end, why pay 20 million when it's gonna drop? It's good job. I guess you just have tons of money. I just look at this guy, the guy with just numbers. I don't know anything about Neopets. Huh. Um, Let me see their auctions quick. Try again. Auctions, none. 1 month account. I'm not saying anything bad. It's 1 month account. I know for 100%. If I worked at Neopets, I would definitely look over a bunch of people. I would just take quick glances at people that just, pop out to me in my daily travels through Neopets. I mean, it's not really hard to find people that, you know, that do things. I'm actually surprised. I know this is a big conversation about like the people that are there, were there, and why they don't stop certain accounts from doing what they do. Like for me, if I worked there, bam, bam, lots of people would be gone. It'd be no problem on my end, right? Like it's there's people definitely affecting your play on Neopets, whether you realize that or not. Even though, like at this point, I could care less about what's happening around me. Like I'm standing in the room just playing my Neopets. You just saw me play my dailies. There are some things happening around that actually do affect me, but really at this point I don't care because I have all the money that I need. I have all the items that I need. That it doesn't matter to me, but there are definitely people out there that have been doing some things, and it would just be easy to get rid of them. And I'm like trying to think in my mind why they even justify keeping some people around. Do they spend a ton of money or something like that? I'm not really sure. Are they just really good friends? Like I'd probably lean more that direction, but outside of that, I don't see the purpose of leaving some people in when you know they're doing something on here. The people are talking about the announcement. I have not been the general discussion in forever just because of everything. But it seems like it's going back to normal. I might have to quit my job. Sugary pastry. I mean, at least you're choosing to quit, unless I read something in here specific. I don't know what job I can work with all the stress and fatigue I have. Going to the room, wish me luck. Going to what? Are they literally quitting? Or are they doing a job interview? Wait, no. I might have to quit my job. Going to the room, wish me luck. Interesting. I kind of want to know what happens with this. I'm gonna just write good luck. I mean, everybody needs some good luck. I don't know what any of this means, but I'm just gonna go that direction. Okay, let's see. If there really are 80 plus people working for Neopets, that's even worse. I'm looking at the state of the site, the postponed return of the plot. Nothing done from the Q1 roadmap. Like, okay, so what are you guys even doing? 80, maybe 70 of those team members are fish. I don't know. I've talked about this before. Oh, I can tell you about my job now. I know you asked. My job. Obviously, I'm not going to say my company or who I work for, but I will tell you what I do. One of the things that I do, or my main job, is really I take changes that people want to have happen, and I write requirements for them. And then I give it to developers, and it goes to the testers. They all do it, and then it comes back to me and says they're done. And I can look over and say, okay, cool. And then they put it out in real life. Okay. That's basically general. But why I say all this is because the people right here never going to understand any of that. Never going to understand. Like, I'm not dissing these people, but like criticisms like this just shows you how, I guess, not knowledgeable about the outside world making these kind of changes. Because you do have to have a testing team, you have to have developers, you need people that write requirements, you need customer service people. Like when you think about the 80 plus people, you really go through it really quickly and you start realizing that you don't have a lot of people because to have that kind of thing, you're looking at least 5 team members. And if there's 80 for like the thing I was just talking about the requirements, testing, delivery, you need a bunch of managers, there's a lot that goes into that. And I don't think people really appreciate how a bunch of these people had to do probably a bunch of different areas, wear a bunch of different hats, is what people always say. Uh, and I know it seems that way with what's going on the website, but you have to think about it. There's marketing people too, right? You have social media people. I guess community. You could say maybe that they took on 2 different roles, but it's a lot of things that are actually happening here. You have the merchandise. You have to deal with all of that. Just 80 people, 80 plus people, not actually a lot. It may seem like a lot to you, but not. And you think about like they're working on the plot. You also this 80 plus. I don't even know if that's counting. Let's say those 2 apps that they have, the Cardia and Fairy Fragments. It's a lot. Then I imagine my guess here is they've taken a lot. That's why we have not seen the plot come back. So I 100% understand everything that's happening over there at Neopets. 80 plus people may seem like a lot to you. It is not. I mean, you just have no idea what's actually going on behind the scenes then. So feel bad for them because they really just need to do a thing where it's like, hey, take a look. This is Neopets' office again. This is what we do. But I mean, they don't need to. Like that's just people just throwing out criticisms when they have no idea what they're talking about. Okay, so that's just me. That's me from corporate world that does basically the same stuff or know the same things that they're doing. Like I can say that from 100% experience that people when they criticize 80 plus people have no idea what they're talking about. Don't. Okay. All right. Now let me hit refresh over and you always have these events, you have these news updates. It's just a lot. And then plan around all that. It's a lot that goes on there. And then you have managers. So 80 it gets that 80 number gets eaten up real quick. All right, let me come on, baby. Refresh. That's a lot of money when you think about it too. Man, it is lagging. What the heck? All right, I guess I'm taking this, attempting to take this silver job. All right, it just lagged right there. That maybe that's just means that there's a bunch more people sitting at Ferry Employment Agency. I'm not really sure. I have this feeling too that when I was doing some of these videos, that there was a decent amount of people that really didn't know about the Ferry Employment Agency. And the reason I say that is because I didn't either. I didn't. I didn't know. I discovered it because of the amount of daily coupons they would give us in these quests, and that's when I started really doing it, realizing that this was actually worth the effort to do. And this is one long day. Wow, that's 38-minute video. Oh my god! All right, lots to do. I didn't even do my food club yet. All right, well, that is everything. Wow, look at all this. Did they give me my brush yet? I did not get my brush yet. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. All right, well, that is everything. Hopefully, you all have a wonderful Thursday, and I will see you tomorrow, maybe. Bye.